All right, Central Coast champions. So we're gonna be diving into today's team meeting here. So really quickly, gonna go through here with the James Clear 321 newsletter to start out here on enthusiasm, playing to your strengths, and living one day at a time. So if you guys aren't familiar with 321 James Clear, this is basically going over three ideas from James Clear himself, two quotations from famous other people, and one question of reflection for you guys. So the first idea from James Clear, number one, a simple rule for life that rarely fails. Optimize for enthusiasm. Make as many choices as you can that leave you feeling energetic and interested. Pay attention to when you have the urge to pursue or participate in something and do more of it. Number two, there is an enormous difference between working hard on something that is a grind and working hard on something that comes easily to you. Exceptional results also almost exclusively happen when you work hard on the area where you have some natural aptitude. Play to your strengths. Then number three, education teaches you to analyze. Entrepreneurship teaches you to create. The educated mindset is great at dissecting and criticizing. What did Shakespeare mean here? What were the major forces of this historical period? What is the limited region in this chemical reaction? The entrepreneurial mindset is great at building and improving. Design a better product, craft a new marketing plan, stop talking about what's wrong, and make something better. The trick is to keep learning, but to never lose your ability to build. Two quotes from other people. First quote, novelist Robert Louis Stevenson on Living One Day at a Time. Anyone can carry his burden, however hard, until nightfall. Anyone can do his work, however hard, for one day. Anyone can live sweetly, patiently, lovingly, purely, till the sun goes down. And this is all life really means. Second quote, theologian and philosopher Saint Augustine on doing what you can for what you know. Since you cannot do good to all, you are to pay special attention to those who, by the accidents of time or place or circumstances, are brought into closer connection with you. One question of reflection for you guys. Your environment whispers suggestions all day long. Eat this, click that, sit here. Look around you right now. What small change could you make to your surroundings that would steer you toward good habits and away from distractions? Okay, so we're going to go through here. I'm going to give you guys just a moment to go through, and then we'll go through and do just a couple of shares around. All right, perfect. So that was some great shares, everybody. I appreciate that. So going into the upcoming event, we have SC1, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on July 9th. It's going to be hosted at the Sheraton Cerritos. So this has been an event that I've been talking about for well over a month now. Okay, so there should be zero excuses on you not showing up for this event. Okay, so ultimately, I have signed up from our team. We have gotten 10 team members from our team signed up for the conference that are going to be attending, 11 including myself. And so currently, our goal is to try to get to around 15 to 20. I'd love to be able to have a good group of people, bringing down 3 or 4 cars worth of people. That would be awesome, all right? And so I want us to be one of the loudest teams there, even though we're driving some of the farthest time to get there, all right? And so I want to make sure that we are really bringing the absolute energy, the Central Coast Champions energy that everyone would love to see, all right? So going into the newsletter of this week, here's the sponsor me sheet. Definitely would take a screenshot if you have not from the previous team meetings. But this is a great way of being able to basically go to the conference for free. So there is a conference fee for attending the conference. It is $79. That is charged just to your commission statement. And basically, the way you can be able to go for free is by selling just one of these pieces on this sheet, right? If you sell one of those pieces and you submit the little Google form, if you scan the QR code at the bottom to submit it, it's very, very simple. You submit that order, you put in the information of the order, and then it will write you off for the conference. So you'll be able to go to the conference for free. So it'll go from like, it'll basically say $79 that you're charged, and then we'll go plus 79. So it just zeroes out basically. So you go for free. All right. So for attending this conference, you do actually get a petite santoku for attending. You'll be getting that at the conference in person. You'll be getting either a classic, pearl, red handle, whatever handle that you would like. You can pick and choose which one you'd want. And then there's going to be recognition for top 12 sales representatives with these push dates. I would love to be able to see some of our Central Coast champions take home some trophies. Love to be able to bring home some hardware. And then also, we're trying to compete to being the top #1 first full year office in the entire Southern California. All right. Now, I said that. Yes, number one, not number two. I'm going to number two, number three. It's going to, that would be disappointing. Right? I would love for us to go to this conference and take home that number one trophy. All right. It's going to be a challenge to do that. All right. Because we are behind and we're going to come back. But I think that we can do it. All right. And so, top 15 representatives last week. We had Mr. Matty Graves selling from San Diego, $50,000 sold this last week. And then top CSPs, you can see Deanna Scortina from our LA division sold 16,000 last week. Moving on into our top first full year district offices and new district managers, we had Nyan Preeter, Henri Bogart, and Emily Jabaro absolutely crushing this last week, having some great results. South Coast absolutely kicking butt. Crushed our division, but hopefully our LA division can try to bounce back this next week. Now, going into recognition of the top people that were recognized for their sales performances last week, the one person on the newsletter I like to recognize is Mr. Dion. Dion got $3,000 in sales in his first weekend on the job. So he's on pace for a 10K fast start. And so really proud of Dion. Just want to give a round of applause for Dion. So great work, man. Really proud of you. He's been really doing great with communicating with me. He's communicated with me the absolute most. I'm really, really proud of him, and it shows within his numbers. So really proud of Dion. He's doing great. And so shout out to that man right there. So moving on in, continuing through. If you want to get on the newsletter, you have to sell over $1,000 in sales, just so you guys know. Then we have the pay setters, 5K, 4K, 3K, 2K. Deanna Scortino's on a 311 3K pay setter, which is pretty crazy. And then also Michael Lemaster's at $1,008, $1,000 pay setter, which is awesome as well. And then we have promotions that were recognized a week late. If you had a promotion that took place this last week, it'll be recognized next week's newsletter. It's a week delayed. And so we go through. I don't think we had anybody from our office, but for the summer campaign All-American Scholarship contenders, right now it looks like if you're over like 16,000 or over $17,000, you're going to be in the top 50. Okay, so basically the line right now is to be at $17,000 in sales for the campaign right now to be able to be in the running for the top 50. Now going into the Top Gun rewards, these are the summer excellence awards that you can be awarded for your sales over the summer. You get awarded these trophies at the Conference of Champions in Las Vegas. To qualify for that conference, you sell $10,000. You automatically qualify or are invited to attend the Conference of Champions. Now, if you sell $15,000, just an extra $5,000, right? That means that you're going to get recognized and get a trophy in front of hundreds of people in front of everybody at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. All right. So that's a really, really awesome thing. There's 15, 20K, 25K, 30K. When you started out this year, it's the new representative level. Okay. So even if you start earlier this year, that still counts for new representative. Okay. Now, top 10 representatives, we have Randy Ngogli in the top 6. She is number 6 in the Western region, selling 12,942 for the summer. She is the fast start record holder for our LA Showtime division. We are currently from this last week. This is a week delayed, but we are the number 2 office first full year in the entire Western region. Eric Arias has passed us, guys, so we do need to put our foot on the gas and catch up, okay? Do not want to be down below Eric Arias, as well as Nick Burns. It's another person that's going to be making it onto this list and replacing us. So we definitely need to step it up, all right? Now, going on in, we have the top productivity, top offices, total divisions, and stuff like that. Then we have Randy Ngoglia as the fast start record holder. And then these are the PR contenders for 2025 thus far. And then these are the phone jam times that will be available over this next week. Now, recognizing Dion for his 2 promotions that he achieved this last week. We got sales representative promotion as well as an advanced sales representative promotion. Give a round of applause for Mr. Dion. Boom. There we go. So on the board, we had Dion, Opolansky, Justin Ruiz, Michael Willman, all getting some sales on the board. And then Dion is the leader at $3,157 sold in his first weekend. Then the top leaders right now, Michael Willman got his $25,000 in sales. Randy Ngoglia also is at $12,942. We have Justin Castanon, $9,114. Lindsay McGaughey, $8,779. Noah Oski, $6,906. Okay. And one thing I forgot to mention, Michael Willman did actually achieve his 50K promotion. So big shout out to Michael Willman. He is now at 45% commission, guys. So really exciting stuff. He's now a field sales manager. He's now sold $50,000 since he last started in October last year, which is pretty crazy. So big shout out to Michael Willman. He'll be at that summer conference one next week. So that's super fired up. Now, moving on in we have the summer team meeting themes. These are the themes that we have going on here. Next week, we have the summer conference, so we will not have a team meeting next week. But then the following week, we will have a Hawaiian night. Okay, so it'll be a little awesome team meeting with doing Hawaiian stuff, right? Just dressing up Hawaiian, all right? So, 4th of July keys to success. All right, it's showtime, baby. All right, so when it comes to the 4th of July, guys, all right, 4th of July is a very, very, very big part of the year. All right, and so this is where we sell some of the most Cutco out of any point of the year, all right? Because this is a national holiday that people are barbecuing, cooking, doing all that kind of stuff, right? And so we have some crazy good deals that are going around right now, and there's a lot of excitement that's built up with Cutco during this time of the year. So when it comes to it, main points I'll be talking about within this talk: driving quality demos, sharing contest goals, before 4 p.m. on the fourth philosophy. Okay, so driving quality demos. Okay, so showing the right people, Max. Finding the people who host 4th of July parties, right? Families who have kids that they have to cook for. I call them the garbage disposals, right? And so during the holidays, families are more incentivized to get the best deal possible, right? And so ultimately, they know during this time they're going to get a really good deal, right? Because it's the 4th of July, right? And so you want to show the right people, which are HM30s, right? Max is the same thing as an HM30, right? So it's married over the age of 30, and then crib casa, homeowner married over the age of 30. You want to find these people that host 4th of July, right? So those people are going to be people that like to entertain and cook, right? And then also families that have kids they have to cook for, they're going to have to be cooking more often. It's going to be a great time to be able to do a demo with them, to be able to drive a big result. Now, sharing contest goals with Push, right? Sharing with them when booking the appointment. I'm in an exciting summer contest that goes until Tuesday next week. Help me with this would really help support me for the goals I'm trying to accomplish. Now, when on the appointment, I have a goal of selling blank amount for my summer contest. If I reach this sales goal, I will be recognized for it in front of hundreds of people at my summer conference, right? Now, you want to create urgency with your goals, also mentioning to those who are already interested in Cutco that we have firecracker specials going on, right? And so that's a big key thing, right? And so also if there's people maybe in the past that you haven't reached out to, right? Now would be a great time to connect with them, right? If they didn't buy anything from you last time, they might decide to get it now because of the deals that we're having, right? And so ultimately, let them know about those firecracker specials. Now, before 4 p.m. on the 4th of July. Now, doing appointments before 4 p.m. on the 4th of July gives you a huge opportunity to close on a large bundle with the 4th of July specials. Now, the appointments that you do on the 4th have the potential of paying out greatly. Now, I'm working hard before the festivities on the 4th in order to hit my goal that I've set out for myself, right? Now, ad for Cutco owners, we also have some crazy firecracker specials going on for the 4th of July. Now, this time of the year is where the most Cutco is being sold, right? It's an American holiday. We are an American-made product, all right? So take advantage of this time and reap the rewards. All right, I like to talk about Kevin Donahue when he did this one year. He said that, he's a college student and he ended up doing 4 demos before 4 p.m. on the 4th of July, like his manager had instructed him to for a couple years. He had never done it. And then, like, it's 2 years into the job, he ended up doing it. Kevin Donahue ended up making well over like $2,000 in those 4 appointments, right? So it goes to show you guys that investing the time before the festivities happen on that holiday, it's a great time to do it, right? Now, also, I will tell you, most people, unless they're on vacation, right? They're taking a trip somewhere for a whole day thing, right? There's going to be those people, of course, but there's going to be a majority of people are going to be at home doing absolutely nothing. They're going to be sitting on their butts. They're going to be watching TV. They're going to be relaxing. They're not going to be working, right? They're going to chill out, right? That's usually what people do on 4th of July. They don't really do much, right? They just kind of sit around for the beginning part of the day. And then once it gets past noon, like 3, 4 p.m., right? That's when people start having plans to go somewhere for dinner or celebration party, whatever it may be, right? And so ultimately, if you use that time to your advantage, right? That time that is free, and with it being the 4th of July, I will tell you guys, it's the best investment of your time that you could ever make. Okay. So listen to me, guys. Make some demos. Try to book some demos for the 4th of July. Now, reviewing the main keys. Number one, driving quality demos. Number two, sharing contest goals. Number three, four before 4 p.m. on the 4th of July philosophy. Now, this is the SC1 plan of how we were going to be traveling to the conference next week on July 9th. All right. So we will be planning to meet at our office at 7:30 a.m. No later. Okay. At 7:30 a.m., I will be doing a debriefing with you guys to help prepare you all for this summer conference, help you guys go in with the right mindset. I will also be planning to be picking up some donuts for our team in the morning. Okay. So we plan to be leaving the office no later than 7:45 a.m. We are planning to be arriving a little early for the conference. I want to show up as champions, showing up the right way, being early and on time. All right. We want to be one of the first teams there. Now we're also going to be dressing super sharp. All right. I want us to be one of the sharpest dressed teams. All right. So this is the dress to impress. If you're a guy, pull out the suit. All right. Suit and tie. Okay. If you don't have a suit and tie, I need you to be in slacks, collared shirt, and a tie at the minimum. Okay. And then when it comes down to, girls, dress up, get in a, nice dress, now nice outfit, ultimately, it's a dress to impress type of situation, right? There's gonna be hundreds of people at this conference. It's going to be business professional. So ultimately you do want to try your best to be looking very, very sharp. Okay. Now with the amount of members on our team, I will be needing a couple more people, not one, but I'll be needing two or three volunteers for driving people to the conference. Okay. Now, fourth quarter overtime. Okay, who's going to be clutch? All right, so overall, topics of today's talk. Number one, fourth quarter overtime. It's time to be clutch, baby. Number two, our goal for fourth quarter overtime. Number three, addressing effort from our current team. Okay, so very important question, team. Do you guys all know who the GOAT quarterback is? Okay. Well, if your answer was not Tom Brady, all right, then you should just get the hell off of this YouTube video or Zoom. Just get out of here, okay? Because that's incorrect, and you are no longer a part of the Central Coast Champions if you believe that. I'm totally messing with you guys, all right? But ultimately, Tom Brady, he's a sixth round draft pick, right? Pick 199. He played 23 seasons in the NFL. He's a seven-time Super Bowl champion, five-time Super Bowl MVP, three-time league MVP. Now, what made Tom so great was his passion for what he did. He was driven and worked harder than anyone out there. First to arrive, last to leave. And one of his greatest attributes throughout his career, it was his clutchness in prime moments. His crazy preparation and work he put in before the game was a huge driver to his success. Okay. Now, this is a little clip of when Tom Brady's unavailable. Okay, well, I'm gonna send it out. I put it up in the chat box in this video description. You guys will have a little link that you guys can view it. But this is the comeback of Tom Brady coming back from down 28, right? And so down 25. It's 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and he went into half. It was like 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Tom Brady came back down 25, right, in the Super Bowl. It's the largest comeback it has ever happened in the Super Bowl, and it was incredible, right? It solidified him as the GOAT. Now, ultimately, that is such a big thing that ultimately it's inspiring. It gets me goosebumps watching it, right? I watched that entire game live, and ultimately I could just see how clutch Tom Brady was. And guys, we are in a position right now where we need to get out of the slump, right? The last 4 weeks was horrendous, all right? Like I cannot emphasize that, guys. The last 4 weeks of June was terrible, right? Like we had a terrible month as a team. So it's a new month, all right? It's a fresh start. Let's get back on the champion grind, all right? We were the number one team in the Western region in the month of May. We then went to being one of the bottom ranked teams in the Western region for the month of June. That is a terrible drop. Okay, we went from being up here, now we're dropping down. All right, now we're like in the middle. Okay, total summer, that's where we're at. Okay, so I need us, every single person on this team, I need you to just please do your job, right? Do your work, make those phone calls, prioritize it, right? Now, if you're doing that and you prioritize this job, it's going to really help you, right? Now, I will tell you, if you are dissatisfied by the number you receive on your paycheck in your bank account on Friday, right? I will tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, fully transparency, right? Your paycheck is a reflection of your attitude and a reflection of what you did and the efforts that you put in, all right, and your work ethic. That is truly what your paycheck represents here in Cutco. Okay? So when you are upset with your paycheck, right? And if you want to come to me and start asking me questions of like, Ryan, I don't know what to do. My paycheck's not great, right? I'm going to tell you straight up, did you put forth the effort? Did you really apply yourself? Did you follow our Central Coast Champions first pillar of doing things with conviction? Did you prioritize it? You're probably going to say no. And I'm going to tell you it's because of the fact that you didn't try, right? So if you put forth the effort, guys, a lot can come from it. So put forth the effort, okay? Now, fourth quarter overtime. This is the end all be all, folks. Okay, this is the final week. Do you guys do for you guys to push hard for our team during this SC1 push? Now, do everything you can to hit your goals for your future self and for our team's sake. Okay, work hard, don't settle. This is it. This is where champions are made. Okay. Now work hard to get your recognition. Working hard during a push gets you personal growth. Big paychecks, baby, plus promotions in front of everybody. Recognition in front of hundreds. Trophies. Advancement opportunities. Making the commitment to giving your best self working with purpose each and every day the next 7 days. Okay? Make the commitment to do that. Now, one thing I really want to talk about, guys, a lot of people, it's so funny. Okay, whenever I ask somebody as a manager, sometimes I will tell a rep to do something. I'll say, "Hey, I challenge you to do this, right? I challenge you to schedule 3 appointments. I challenge you to schedule 5 appointments in the phone jam. I would love for you to attend this meeting. I would love for you to prioritize this meeting in advance, right?" What I hear so often as a manager is, "I'll try." Right? And we can all say that we've all said it at some point in time, I'll try. Okay? Now, let me tell you, I'll try is just a sorry ass excuse. Okay? It's a sorry excuse, is what it is. Okay? So, do or do not. There is no try. Okay? So, you either do it or you don't. Right? And if you're going to say, like, hey, I'm going to really work hard at it, and if you want to let me know that, instead of saying I'll try, tell me I'm going to do my best, Ryan. The difference between those two is drastically different. I'll try is it doesn't mean shit to me, right? And then I'll do my best. It's a lot better, right? Now, also, it doesn't matter. If you change the phrases and you don't actually follow through, it doesn't freaking matter what you say, right? You can say either one and it's just the same effect, right? If you don't actually follow through to your word, like, and you say you're going to do something, you don't do it, right? It's like it's just not going to happen. Like, you're not going to have the success you want. So this next week, our team, I want us to try to sell 10K plus. Okay. In order to make that happen, we need every single person to work hard and do what you can to be at the bare minimum. Get 1K on the board. Get yourself on that newsletter. Tom Brady had a difficult time winning without his teammates performing. A team can't succeed with one player's performance alone. Right? Tom also won with people on their team that weren't the most talented. But those players, they did their job and they worked hard and they accomplished feats as champions. Okay? So no matter where you are in sales, it doesn't matter. Work hard this week and strive to hit 1K minimum. And I mean that at the minimum. If you get appointments ahead of you, the sky's the limit. You could get 3 to 5 times that. Anything is possible, right? Now, addressing the current effort from the team. The last couple weeks, like I said, I've had PCs with a few of our representatives, not all of them. Very lack of scheduling. I need that to change, guys. But I'm disappointed by the lack of follow through on what we set out to do and the overall lack of engagement from some of our team members on our team. Okay, so again, I said this several weeks ago, but I'll say this again. If we create a game plan in that 30 minutes and do absolutely little to nothing to accomplish that goal you set out, you are actively wasting both you and I's time. Right? We sat down and did that, and you wasted our time. Okay, so ultimately, I want that time to be the best that it can be. Okay, and I want it to be useful. I don't want to be a waste. I want it to be useful. Okay. And so it's one thing to create a game plan. It's another to put forth the effort and execute the structure you put down for yourself. Now, execute the game plan you create for yourself every week. Doing so will maximize your personal growth and your income. Okay, so reviewing the topics of today's talk: fourth quarter overtime, time to be clutch, our goal for the fourth quarter, and overtime a push, and then also addressing effort from our current team. Okay, and so that right there, guys, I'm going to close out there. So I appreciate you guys for listening to this team meeting. I hope you guys have a spectacular rest of your weekend. Have a great 4th of July weekend. I hope you guys have good quality time with friends and family and loved ones. And let's crush this next week and let's go get that freaking trophy into the Sheraton Cerritos next week on Wednesday, baby. Let's make it happen. I'll see you guys later.